kingdom people, they are trying to force themselves into your life. They're trying to force themselves into your life. So kingdom people, listen. There are some people that are watching you. They are watching you and they feel like you have your stuff together. Now, some of these people have tried to attack you. They have attacked you. They've tried to bring you down. I'm hearing bring you down to their level. And so, kingdom people, when somebody's trying to bring you down, that means you up. If somebody's trying to bring you down to their level, that means your level is above theirs. And that doesn't mean you're trying to be around here being bigger than people and above people. But listen, kingdom people, you doing the work. You putting in action. You walking up right before God. You doing your very best to live the way God intends for you to live. The way He instructs for His people to live. You're working at that. You're doing that. And it shows up in your life. It's the results that they see of the work that you're doing. It's the results that they see of your walk with God. And it looks like you just got it all together. You got it going on. And you do. But here's the thing. You still working at things. And so even though you working on certain things and certain areas are still a thing that God is working out in you, whatever the case may be, they don't see that part. They see the results. And the results they see it looks good to them. And they feel like it's beneficial to them. Now, as I said, you feel like so. You have some things that are still being worked out in you. And the thing about that, kingdom people, is because you're availing yourself to God, you have yielded yourself to Him, and you let Him work those things out in you, because you're working out your own salvation. I say salvation. It doesn't show up as you having anything to be worked on to these people. The reason being is because they're not doing any work, not no inner work. They may be doing physical work, all the outside shallow work, and not that all outside work is shallow, but they doing it from a shallow place. They're doing it from a place of wanting to present themselves a certain way, want to be seen, like they the big dog, like they have this and have that, this status, this job, whatever the case may be. These kind of people are idol worshipers. They worship things. They worship status. They worship positions. They worship money. They don't worship God like you. So because you do worship God and you doing the work, you let Him work things out in you, it appears to them like you don't have any problems. It appears to them like you got it all together. And it doesn't mean you don't have some things together, but again, you are a work in progress. You're a masterpiece and a work in progress all at the same time. Now, the thing is this, kingdom people, after some of these people have tried to attack you, some have even tried to take you out, they still probably trying to, knowing that they can't, but they're wishing, I don't even want to say this, they wishing that you were unalive. They don't want to see you keep being blessed. You have favor with God. They can see that. They feel like they don't have that. And no, they don't, because they are idol worshipers. And many of them worship the devil, if we be honest. And even if they don't worship the devil per se, they have availed themselves to Satan. They've yielded themselves to Satan like you've yielded yourself to God, to Christ. And so they're not going to get the same results like you. Maybe when they do certain things, they little evil, wicked stuff, and they're able to accomplish certain destructions in people's life. Yeah, Satan does, we'll call it, reward them. But what's happening, kingdom people, is they can't be rewarded where you're concerned, because they're not able to do you like they've been able to do other people, because you're under God's covering. You're protected. And so they recognize that. They recognize that favor you have. They recognize that you're protected, and they want that. I'm just hearing they want to take it from you. But the thing is this, kingdom people, what they see in you, they want. They want to get on the inside. And so these people are trying to force themselves into your life. I'm just remembering, I think someone commented that. Something, yeah. And that had just been on my spirit. And then God had brought that they're trying to force themselves into your life. That had just been ringing in my spirit over the last few days. And God had brought back to my attention several years ago, there was a situation where this person, you know, I guess he was call himself pursuing me. And what God was showing me is that they're trying to place themselves in your life. Well, fast forward years later, after the interactions I've had with this person and kind of moved around them, they are at a place again where they're trying to, now I would say, force themselves in my life. And here's the funny part about it. Before, they were trying to place themselves because everything was new. Everything was, you know, it was just different back then. And I entertained them. And it was okay to do so because God told me to do so. Now, some things had transpired to where I had to move away from these people, from this person. I said these people. I had to move away from them. And so they're at this place as of recent where they're trying to force themselves into my life. Now, here's the thing to it. They're seeing all the, I want to say all the right things, but really no, because when you can see through this kind of stuff, you know what's happening. But they keep saying they're not trying to force anything. They're not trying to force anything. Yet they keep going in circles with the same lingo, the same communication. And when I, you know, let it be known that that's not where I'm at, I'm not interested, whatever the case may be, they keep going and keep stating they're not trying to force anything. But here's the thing, they are. Because if you wasn't, you wouldn't have to keep repeating yourself and keep doing and going and going and going. If I say I'm not interested and I fall back, it seems like you should fall back too. But this person is trying to force it. But seeing they're not trying to force anything. But, you know, what we do is we pay attention to actions, not words. And well, we pay attention to words too, and we see if a person's actions match up with their words. But here's the thing. In that case, I have no intention on entertaining this person in that way anyway. But I just use that as an example because when I just kept hearing they're trying to force themselves into your life, that's one of the situations that God brought up to me. And the thing is, they want to force themselves into your life, kingdom people, because they see you as beneficial. They see the favor of God on their lives. Now, here's the key. These people don't want to do right by God. They don't want to walk upright. They want to, what they call it, ride the fence. Is that what they call it? They're not really trying to live the way God commands us to live. They don't want to do that. They want to do it their way, but they still want the blessings. And so because they realize, these people in particular realize that blessing ain't going to fall on them because they know they're not really living the way God wants them to live, but you are. They want to be able to come and benefit off of your walk with Christ. They want to ride your coattail, so to speak. They want to attach themselves to you so they can receive some of the blessings, some of the favor that's on your life. And I'm hearing they want to eat the breadcrumbs from your table. Some of these people will take breadcrumbs. But if I be honest with you, kingdom people, these people want to take what you got. They want to get themselves in your life so they can kind of try to take control. It's like they want to dominate the favor on your life. They want to dominate the blessings that's God bringing in you. They want control over, just like they want to control over it in your life, just like you were seeing that that's what they were trying to do, even if it was in a subtle, vague way, but you peeped it, just like they were doing when you once entertained these people. And some of these people, kingdom people, you never entertained. Yet they came for you, they attacked you, They did their little witchcraft stuff in the background. They did all kind of stuff to no avail. But they've watched you. And they see the blessings on you. Part of what they see as far as favor on you too is the fact that you're protected. The fact that they couldn't destroy you. And listen, they want to force themselves in your life because they want that protection that's over you too. Because they're unprotected. But you're protected. So they feel like if they can attach themselves to you, they'll have some of that same protection that you have. Now, the key to all this too is that the same things that these people put you through or tried to put you through, they're going through. Something that God spoke to me earlier today that really, I want to say ruffled my feathers, but in a disturbing way. It's nothing new, but when I heard it, it just did something to me. How they're wishing you unalive. They're wishing you unalive. And the reason being is because you won't let them in. They're trying to force themselves into your life. They're trying to force themselves into your life, but they're not getting no breakthrough in your life. They're not able to break your barrier. They're not able to penetrate your protection. They're not able to break you down, wear you down, till you say, okay, and let the enemy in. Because kingdom people, these people know that you know that they're an enemy. They know that you are aware of them. Now, what they may be trying to do too, and this is a whole nother separate message, somewhat, is they're trying to gauge exactly what do you know. They're trying to see, but you won't let them in. You don't talk to them. You wouldn't. But they know you know who they are. They know you strong. They know you protected. And they want to force themselves into your life, for one, because they're trying to figure it out. They got questions. And they trying to get the answers, but they can only get the answers from you. And so that's why they're trying to force themselves into your life, too. Now, the main reason, though, is because they want to benefit off of you. They see that favor. They see that anointing. They see that God has your back. These people know that it's your season. They know this is your time. Now, these people's lives are dried up. They may have a job. They may be doing something with their lives, but it's not fruitful. It's not as fruitful as they would like it to be. In fact, for many of them, it's diminishing. Whatever the situation is, they're being taken backwards instead of forwards. But here's the thing about people like this. They can't go forward as long as they're coming up against you, kingdom people. They can't. Some of these people are not even trying to go forward. They don't care nothing about that. They don't have that kind of a mindset. They just want to look like they got it going on, look good, while still doing the same thing, staying at the same place. But what has happened, kingdom people, you've come along, or whatever the case may be, and you've diminished that. Not that you're trying to, but just your very presence, just the very fact that they're coming at you and they're not succeeding at what they're trying to gain from those attacks towards you. It's causing them to deteriorate. It's causing them to sink. They were already stagnant. They were right here. But because they're coming at you and wishing all this horrible stuff on you, they're sinking. They're going backwards. They're going down. And what they wish for you is what they're experiencing. Now, they're trying to force themselves into your life because they're trying to recover. They're trying to, in their mind, gain back control. But they feel like they need you to gain that control back because they feel like you're the one in control, but really it's God in control. But because they came at you and they attacked you, they tried to destroy you and bring you down to no avail. And now they're, suffering and going backwards. They feel like you got the upper hand. They feel like you in control. So they want to get up under your wings, so to speak, even though it's all a facade. It's just to get in, to get what they need in their mind. But ultimately, they still want to tear you down and bring you down. Point is, kingdom people, they're trying to force themselves into your lives.